Hello everyone, welcome to the show GEAY, a podcast called GEAY, where the host is gay, but the topic doesn't have to be. With me, I'm joined by...
Reed!
Taylor.
Kameron.
And my name's Simon. What did we just do this weekend, guys?
Well, we just hosted
Nothing.
a little event known
Nothing.
as RTX.
Oh my
Austin.
god.
Austin.
RTX Austin.
No, actually surprised. We just hosted RTX London and happened 6 weeks early. Wow, it was fun.
It's all pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the ambassadors this year, and it was incredible, I would say. I had so much fun. I did so many new things, and I don't regret a second of it.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to put them into words.
I mean, as I tweeted earlier, I can't describe what the experience was like. I mean, I could, try to mumble words. But
And that's it. That's the whole podcast. We just can't describe it. Thanks for watching.
Describe it. I hope that helps you.
But it certainly was just very different, like a whole different experience for being an attendee. And honestly, a lot of work.
Lots,
I
yeah.
am tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. It takes a lot of energy to be exciting and be cool for the sponsors and give them a lot of cool things to show off and hype up crowds and stuff. It's just
Well, so for those people who weren't at RTX, somebody want to talk about what exactly the ambassador program was, what we did?
Yeah, so basically, as being your ambassador, our duty was kind of to be the inside look for you guys, where we would be introducing panels for like up to 15 minutes, all the way down to like a minute before the panel would start, and also doing like interstitials, so we'd be going to a lot of the exhibits on the show floor and basically doing interviews and then just showing off what they have there, just so you guys don't miss on that. As the only things in the past that people at home would get to see would be the stuff that's recorded.
Right. The stuff on the exhibit floor is really what gets lost on people who don't go to RTX. Just because, if they watch the live streams, they see center stage and they see the panel rooms. But everything, there's like a whole nother side of the convention that's like, for some people, that's all they go for, is the exhibit hall and the cool stuff, the brand new shit that gets shown off. And our job, and the reason I think they started doing this was so that could come across easily on the live stream.
Right, they've had staff members, like people from the know. I know Ashley did a bunch of, and I've never heard this word until we got this job, interstitial.
Yeah.
Okay, agreed.
But
I didn't know what it was
they
before.
had Ashley and people from the know do a bunch of interstitials before. But I guess, they're so busy that they picked a couple community members because, the year of the community. So they picked community members to do it this year, and we were 4 of the lucky ones chosen to do it.
I'm very happy that we got to showcase, honestly, my favorite part of the, every time I go to RTX, I just love the convention hall. It's always something to do, always something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, everywhere you turn, there's always something to look at, and you'll find something, and a bunch of cool people, especially waiting in line at the RT store.
Or sitting next to us on stage.
Oh my god, exactly. And you're just spending money you don't have while having a great time. So.
And what a lot of people don't know is that besides all the cool stuff on the expo hall, a lot of RT staff, whenever they have free time, will go check it out themselves. And so it's a good place to kind of just run into employees.
The Bungalow Boys from Funhouse, every year that they've been a thing, spend 90% of the time that they have free, just on the convention floor, meeting fans, talking to people.
Yeah, no, it's
really cool.
It's really up to the employee, but if they have free time, honestly, a lot of them do pop-up signings and stuff and picture taking at the expo hall.
I know Bernie did this year. She didn't have any signings. Ticketed signings this year, and on the schedule, and I literally I saw it happen. In 5 seconds, it was capped. It was freaking wild, I swear.
I remember in 2014, he tried to walk through the expo hall and he had 9 guardians around him and then a crowd of people just all moving through the expo hall. It was crazy.
It was wild.
That's funny.
What a year, 2014. That was our first year.
Yeah, that was our first year.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My god. The dates for 2019 got announced,
Yes,
July
they did.
5th through the 7th. You guys gonna go?
No, I don't think so.
I'm kind of busy. I don't know if I can get like the 4th of July taken off.
No, I thought this year was honestly the best year for me so far. I mean, like I said.
Really? Why? It's not like we did anything special.
No, just because every year, I just kept getting a step up in experience with RTX and in the community and everything else. So, first year I was super entry level and naive. It's like, oh, I'm going to do everything. And then next year I'm like, I'm going to limit myself. The year after that I got the VIP pass, did what I can with that. And this year I became an ambassador, had a little bit more clearance, got to do basically everything and then some. And so I'm just like, yeah, man, let's keep this shit going. Let's get this high note going. But this year it did run very smoothly. Like, what was that?
Oh yeah,
that said that
this is
like
like
it was.
they didn't have any like big fires to put out, and like this is the smoothest the convention has ever run.
I loved what she said after like that Guardian recap thing or whatever. It's like everybody in that room could take a shit on the floor and it still wouldn't be as big as a dumpster fire as like,
the first day of last year. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god. I remember that.
that was
Yeah. Oh, well, like what you said. The reason why that was she thinks went so smoothly was because they mailed out all the badges this year.
Right, that helped it a lot.
I
Not
think,
having registration lines.
the number she said was like 85 to 90% of attendees already had their badges.
Yeah, so
showing up.
We did a walkthrough of like the convention center and the hotels. We had a meeting with Clarissa from events and Marty, our camera guy, and the editors and the people who were going to be working on the videos
With
we
the
did
goats.
on Thursday. And the convention center was just
Empty.
Last year, like the line.
Thursdays
was
when like registration happens,
so
and it's
long.
it'd be packed for like 3 hours.
But like there was nobody there, and rightfully so. There was no reason to be there unless you wanted to go pick up your badge. But even that, you walked in, pick up your bag. Excuse me. You walked in, you grabbed your bag, and you left.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so curious as to how they went about like people wanted to buy badges like day of, but like for like individual days. Because you needed that email to get in the checkpoint, but.
That's true. I wonder.
I don't. So I never.
Well, maybe you buy your badge online and then you show up like day of.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go to the registration desk and be like, "I would like a badge, please."
I wonder how many like day of tickets they sell. I can't imagine that many.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on what day. Like I think Saturday's always the most popular.
Right.
So there'll be a lot of like day.
That's where they usually have the most.
Like day only badges.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't imagine someone walking up and being like, oh yes, RTX, I didn't know this was a thing until right now.
Right.
Like, people plan a year in advance for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
You got to, man. Especially with how big that it is. Like, I'm sure people plan for.
I think they said they had
2
like
years out.
65,000 attendees this year.
Roughly, yeah.
Something
People,
like that.
people are already booking their hotel rooms for next year.
Can you even do that?
Yeah.
11 months in advance?
I mean, the like
333 days.
the discount isn't out yet, so it's like
So they're wasting their money.
$400 per night for the Hilton.
Really?
For next year, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That
Who would ever
Airbnb
pay
life.
that? Yeah, you take an Airbnb. It's like way cheaper. We paid like $100 a night or something. It was not bad at all.
Yeah.
So because we were like sort of on screen a lot throughout this convention, we gained a lot of new subscribers and new followers. I think we doubled like our Twitter following at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
So do you guys kind of want to explain what? This is probably like the first piece of content that they'll be watching.
Well, hi guys, welcome.
Welcome.
It's a double take.
All the new people.
All that video's out now.
It is.
Yeah,
People will get the
that.
memes.
The memes.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast. Welcome to Joe's Crab Shack.
Great memes. Do you guys want to explain what kind of content you guys are going to produce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we do-
Just want to go down the line.
On the old stuff, but what about the new people?
Well,
Yeah.
why would we repeat?
So go ahead and start with yourself. Since
So I'm going to be doing movie reviews and I don't know, maybe some vlogs. Those might also be just like together as one sort of piece of content. We made like we vlogged a lot during RTX this year, and I'm going to be editing that together and putting out a big vlog, and so
Oh God, I have to give you some more.
that'll be something I work on.
Yeah, so I mostly am going to be working behind the scenes on our social media presence, because that's what I'm really passionate about. but I live in I'm about to, in a week and a half, live in a really obscure part of Florida where there's a lot of cool stuff. So I'm going to do a lot of vlogging of the stuff that's around the DeLand and the Casadega area, just to bring exposure to some neat stuff that's around there. But yeah, a lot of behind the scenes Twitter stuff for me. If you see a tweet, 75% of the time I wrote it.
I would say probably 90%, but
okay, 90% of the time I wrote it.
And then even like our
you could give any percentage that's like above like 90.
And then
either I wrote it, or I proofread it, or I edited it, or it had my touch on it.
Not even for even just the Double Takers Twitter, but like even our tweets. Like I had our.
Does this look good?
Yeah.
Well,
I
except for
am going to
mine.
school for it.
Mine are usually 100% me. You can tell because they don't make sense.
But what I'm gathering is I didn't know we were all doing vlogs because I was also going to do some vlogging. But.
We're a daily vlog channel.
Not a daily vlog channel. But Cam and I, for the most part, we're going to be, since we're both based in Lincoln, we're going to be doing a lot of gaming videos and stuff like that.
Got some ideas in the works and one that we're going to redo.
We do. One we're very upset to redo.
Rip.
That we'll explain why in that video. But, yeah, so we're going to do a bunch of gaming stuff for the most part. We may do some other stuff. I have some ideas. I don't want to spoil yet.
Also, can we talk about what we've been filming while we've been here?
Okay.
Talk about it?
Oh, sure. We
Yeah.
can preview that.
So, and then we'll get to what Cam's doing. But while we've all been together, we've been filming a couple pilot trial episodes of a new show that we're gonna start putting up soon called Getting Dicey, which is our new board game show. Yeah, we've been playing a couple games while we've all been here together, testing it out, see how it works. I'm gonna plan a trip to Nebraska at some point during the year so we can film some stuff together while we're up there.
It's so cool.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for that soon. We're filming one more video either today or early tomorrow morning, hopefully.
Probably tonight after dinner.
Yeah.
After dinner. Anyway, Cam, what kind of content do you want to produce?
What's up, gamers? That's the running gag of this weekend for me. So yeah, like TJ said, we're gonna be doing some joint gameplay videos. Gonna be doing some gameplays and shit like that. I really wanna. I have a bunch of ideas for mini skits and whatever else to just sort of churn out there. Some nonsensical things, possibly some dramatic. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I do know I have something in mind involving a candy bar.
Oh.
Oh.
I know what it is.
Interesting.
God damn it. Alright.
Yeah, and short skit shows and maybe like the start of a short series is something that I've sort of been working on. I don't know how long that'll take before it comes out, but I am in the pre-production.
You heard it here first on GEAY, folks.
And yeah, the podcast, that's what I do too.
Yes.
And then we just want to make sure that you guys know we are only 4 people of the Double Takers. There are technically 2 more members who are not currently on this podcast right now.
As of right now.
I don't want to say anything, but if you're going to
I was going to preview it on Twitter sometime this week, so.
Okay.
Are we skipping the night? Wait, what on Twitter?
You'll find out.
Be on the lookout for some exciting news.
The Double Taker.
But yeah, so we also have Brendan, whose face you saw on the podcast we did earlier.
And maybe you saw him once at the first day of RTX.
Nobody at home saw him.
Did you even use him at Funhouse?
Yes, we did.
Oh, no.
What the setup of the joke was, and I was like, I got this really good idea for it. So we're going to walk out there, and then we're going to be like, we had a friend who couldn't be here. His name's Brendan. He really didn't want to come, so we severed his head, and then we got a pity laugh for that one.
And then you just put him down.
And then we brought him back. I was like, anything you want to say? I'm like, not very talkative. And then we got some more laughs and stuff. Yeah. It was just
And then
it's a good thing you lost him.
Yeah, Cameron left him, I think, in the platinum lounge.
You have a sparkle on your leg right there.
Brendan.
Like, is catching the light.
Sorry, Brendan.
Brendan will forever be
we love you.
with RTX 2018.
Yes.
But no, so Austin was with us this weekend as well.
I hope
But he's not feeling well, so he's on the podcast. But Brennan couldn't join us because he was busy with a play back at school, or his school town.
I think it was school, yeah. It might have been like community playhouse.
Theater, yeah. And so he thought he was available during this time, but they added more shows.
What was it? I thought it was Tech Week or something else like that.
I don't know, something.
I don't know. But anyway, so he was unable to join.
I hope we find him. I hope he just unboxed or something else, and then from like the stuff they're gonna reuse from last.
It's
year.
like-
Are we gonna do an
Convention
unboxing
center or
video of
something. We're
Brendan?
Yeah, it's like-
what's up, Brendan? I don't know.
It's like the event scene goes through the lost and found, and Clarissa finds it. She's like, "Oh, let's send this back to that."
Oh my god.
Could you talk about?
You know what I want them to send to us? Always open shot glasses. I have been trying to get one of those shot glasses for like 3 years.
Are they sold out? Like, all
So they're always sold out on the store website. Like they go live sometimes, maybe like around Christmas time, and then they'll sell out immediately. And I'm just like, I'll just get one when I go to RTX. And last year they were there, and I was like, cool, they got the always open shot glasses. I'll come back and I'll grab one when I have a break. And then I didn't have a break because I was response, and we had that hectic line all Friday. And so I didn't get to even go to the RT store until like Saturday, like late Saturday, and they were gone by then. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait until this year. And they didn't have any glassware this year.
Well, why don't you just hit up Nadia, head of sales?
Do you have her number? I don't.
So first I do have a number, but those are two different departments.
Yeah, sales is not.
Sales is not the store.
That's right. Yeah, I was confused too. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
This is so different.
talk
Why
tomorrow.
don't you just come to email updates?
What?
You can if an item's out of stock on the store, you can like get an email when they go live again.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Problem solved, Simon.
It would be nice if I could get a heads up before that happens, though, so I can be ready.
Oh, Lauren.
Wow. So I know what you're doing when this podcast is done.
Yeah, I guess.
So what was your favorite part of this weekend?
My favorite part of the weekend, probably the RT Rainbow panel. Me and Austin introduced that one, and we got to do that was probably the longest time we blocked out for an introduction of a panel. We got there an hour before the panel started, and did a whole thing and practiced the whole thing that Patrick Salazar wanted us to do. How we wanted to introduce each person on the panel. He wanted us to say their department they worked for, and their sexuality, how they identify, and when all the talent showed up, we double checked it with all of them and everything, and we sat out there for the full 15 minutes, and that was probably the best crowd reactions we would get, just because we would say anything and they would be like, yes, and it was very positive vibes and everything, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool, Reed.
I mean, I've said this every time anybody's asked me this question, and I know it seems like a cop-out answer, because I get to this every year at RTX, but my favorite part of every RTX is always getting to meet new friends, make new friends with community members.
The sappy shit.
I have friends who live in other places and across the country, but also one of my friends, Lauren, lives in the UK, and this is the only chance I get to see her every single year.
Lauren's cool.
Lauren and Abby are both super dope.
Don't think I'm happy, but
so getting to see these people is just so special. But if we're talking there's a ghost. The ghost is back. If we're talking about things that I've never gotten to do before, I think that opening the Always Open panel was really cool. That was a big crowd in R&D.
it was a full. I think by the time we started, it was full.
On the top floor of the Austin Convention Center. And yeah, I think that it was just a good conversation we had. We played some Cupidity. We had some fun doing that. And a lot of people have walked up to me since then and been thank you for just, being so open and sharing information. That,
Always open.
Some people didn't think they'd be sharing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think those were definitely two of my highlights of the weekend. What about you, Taylor?
like introducing panels was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, we got constant feedback about Always Open. I was getting constant feedback about us doing Cheap and Haunter.
Yeah, it was fun.
So I think those were my 2 favorite panels that I introduced. But honestly, it was probably doing the actual grunt work of the interstitials with the booths. Because in the past, I'd always, of course, explore the expo floor and like test everything out, but I don't think I ever fully explored as well as I did this year, just because I actually like I look around and be like, oh, these are cool, but I actually got to like actually test everything for the most part, and there were some cool things in the expo this year. There was this like spinning gyro thing for the space camp that we got to do.
Should we put up footage of that?
Boom. There was Thrustmaster and Hoonigans who had like these driving simulators, and got to play Behemoth's like newish game, Pit People, and I think that's probably the most fun I've had.
Did you have a favorite interstitial that you did?
Probably Space Camp, for the fact that not only did both Cam and I get to do the little gyro thing, but we also got Max Kremke to do it, and a surprise guest, Matt Hullum, come do it too. And it was just like, he was getting mad at Max because Max was like, "Oh, it'll be fine. You won't get sick at all." And then as Matt was on, he's like, "Max, you lied to me."
What about you? What was your favorite interstitial?
Favorite interstitial?
Yeah. And then you can answer the other question.
Shit, man. I have no idea. I thought it was really nice to actually meet one of the producers, Ian. We met Ian at the Behemoth booth, and I told him in the interview, like I've been playing the Behemoth game since before I think they were even technically the Behemoth, like on Newgrounds, with Alien Hominid, and then they had like other Flash style games that they had. Like I remember it was like Beat Your Dad or something. It wasn't that, but like you were this big like.
Why'd you all look at me?
Kid what?
They all looked at me when you said beat your dad. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh my god. No, you're just like this big hulking guy. You beat up these kids because I guess these kids kidnapped your son or something. I can't remember the exact plot of it, but I love the Behemoth games. They're always so funny. Pit People was really fun, so I think the Behemoth was my favorite. But
what was your favorite interstitial before Cam? What was his favorite part?
My favorite interstitial. I'm trying to think of the ones that I did. I did probably the Red Bull one. I know like I didn't really do a lot of the talking or interviewing that way.
He liked it because I did all of the interviewing.
She did all the work, and I just tried to solve a Rubik's Cube and failed. But that booth in particular, I think I liked the most because they had the Mind Gamers escape room thing, and we went back later the next day to try it out, and we got so close.
We were one piece away.
Close.
They literally just had to rotate one piece,
and we would have beaten it.
I think my favorite interstitial was the one that we did with Just Kovic. From
Oh,
Sugar
yeah.
Bunch. We visited Artist Alley 3 times, and by we, I don't mean the two of us, but I mean we as ambassador groups. And the first time we got to highlight a booth each time we got to highlight a booth that we thought was really interesting. So the first time we did Sugar Bunch, which is Just Kovic's new company. And yeah, I just think that was a really good interview. It was cool to talk to her, to see what she was up to.
Yeah, she was really cool.
Yeah, she really was. Okay, Cam, what was your favorite part of this weekend? You have had so much time to think about it.
No, I haven't. I just don't know which one I want to say.
Say both or all.
Both, all. Yeah. I really enjoyed. I wish I would have been able to do a lot more panels or something else like that. But I really liked, just getting with the crowd and doing stupid shit with you guys up on stage is always fun. Like making a fool of myself up there, just to be funny, and then like hearing that many people laugh at something that I did or at me, I don't care. But
Yeah.
like, it really made me feel nice, and I'm just like, yes, all right.
I think throughout the whole convention, we only saw 3 hate comments.
Yeah.
So
I
if
didn't
out of
mind.
65,000 people, 3 of them hate us, I think that's pretty good.
But I think my favorite part was, of course, at the Guardians thing when Adam remembered me or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, told me I did a good job. Like, love my Funhouse boys. So that
My validation.
It literally means so much to me. Like it feels nice.
Yeah, I think Cam and I one of us probably mentioned this already to you guys, but one of the really cool, I think, interactions I had with an attendee was Cam and I were in the bathroom.
Yes, Jackson.
And so as I finished going pee,
We hadn't even washed our hands.
I feel bad because I didn't wash my hand yet, but yeah, you wanted to shake hands.
Oh no!
He was
You're
like-
one of
he's
those.
like,
I don't care.
It's like, I don't care about it, it's fine. And but he was like,
Gross.
he came up to me and was like, hey, you're on the Achievement Hunter panel. And then I was talking blah, 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 and then he turns around and he's like, oh, yeah, you too. Thought you guys were really funny, blah, blah. I work for Disney on Ice and up in Canada, and so I don't know if wherever near Nebraska, like probably Kansas City, about 3.5 hours away. He's like, yeah, if you guys ever want to come to our show, I'll get you comp tickets.
What about when he's in Orlando? What the heck? This is not fair. Just because I can't go into men's bathrooms, and I should get free Disney on Ice ticket.
Hey man, listen, we had a.
It's probably in Orlando all the time. It's Disney.
I want free comp ticket.
We have
My gosh.
We also had Tom.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. So besides that interaction, we just kept getting blessed with more
Nebraskans. Just saying
Nebraskans.
hi.
Because I think, was it Achievement Hunter? We did I said GBR?
Yes,
Go
yes,
Big
yes.
Red?
Yes.
Okay. And so as we were waiting to do our interstitial with the Houston Outlaws, a esports team that plays Overwatch, we were sitting down and waiting, and this guy comes up to us named Tom, and he just starts talking to us about how we did a good job. He thought we were funny. His daughter goes
loves
to
us.
UNL. She's our age, and we started talking about football, and Nebraska football, and
Don't you have his number too?
yeah. And so and then out of the blue, he's like, you guys are doing great work, and I understand that being here would be kind of expensive. You college kids, dinner's on me tonight.
Oh my gosh.
He still never got my dinner, but that's just because I never called it. We got different
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
Yeah.
so nice, though.
No, Tom was really,
What the
really,
heck?
really cool. Shit, what was I gonna say about him?
Before we get too far off of it, I have a bathroom story that was kind of awkward.
Kind of awkward.
Yeah. So we went to the first night, I think it was, at the Paramount Theater.
Oh.
And
Okay.
we went up to the upper balcony to sit down because I think the seats up there are better, just because you can clearly see the screen. You don't have to worry about people in front of you or anything like that. And right before it was about to start, I needed to use the bathroom, and so I was like, I don't want to go all the way downstairs because I don't know if I'll be able to get back up before it starts. So I asked like the people, I was like, is there a bathroom on this floor? They're like, yeah, it's right over there. And so I follow along this path, and I'm like, oh, I'm in like the talent area. And like all the talent were just like standing around, taking pictures at like the red carpet-esque thing that they do in the back of the Paramount Theater. And there was a bathroom right there. And so I just head straight into the bathroom. I'm like, I kind of know, I've met some of these people before, so I don't really need to like be weird or anything. So I walk into the bathroom, and it's like nice, like the place where like the sinks are, it was like carpeted. And I was just like, ooh, this is really nice. Then I turn, and Blaine Gibson's walking out, and I'm like, oh, hey, Blaine. And he's like trying to put his pants on. And I was like, oh, sorry. And so I felt kind of bad because like they don't like people talking to them while they're in the bathroom. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Did he give any sort of response?
And he was just like, hey, and then he walked by.
It's so funny.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
odd.
Any odd bathroom story for you?
Any odd bathroom stories?
You took a
from-
cute picture with Magali in the bathroom.
I did take
That's
a cute
right.
picture with Magali in the
Put it up.
bathroom. It's funny. So there was this tweet that Magali tweeted. I didn't realize how weird this was until she tweeted about it and Cam called me out for it. But we're standing in line for the coupe, and Magali walks up to us, and I go, "Oh my gosh, you're so tiny!" And like I didn't realize how weird that was. And so Cam was like, "You don't say that to someone."
I was just like, I figured you of all people wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm like, what the fuck?
But like, so like the three of us, not to call you out, but the three of us are very tall people. So, and I just expect everybody I meet to be the same height as me, which is a weird expectation.
I feel like that
Well,
way too.
I think it's one thing to be like, oh my god, you're so, I didn't expect you to be that small, versus yelling,
You exclaimed
you're
it.
so tiny
She
in the middle
is
of
so.
the
She's
fucking
a
convention
It
hall.
wasn't in the convention center.
It
It
was
was
in the coupe.
outside in line for the
In the
coupe.
middle of
So
the convention
context
hall.
is, so this was Thursday, the day we were supposed to be meeting with Clarissa and getting our tour and getting our badges. And so this is the first official day we're all to be together. So none of us had met Magali in person yet. So that's why.
Or any of them. Well, I met Hannah last year.
That's why
Oh, did you?
Reed's
2 years ago,
reaction,
actually, was when I first met her.
I guess I deem it's somewhat warranted because it was an initial response. Because I also didn't expect how short she was gonna
I
be.
don't think anybody did.
Like she was.
But just
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be the size of like Nat. I thought her and Nat were gonna be like the same size.
Really?
I don't know
Nat
why.
was tall.
I know.
no, yeah.
Also,
Also, I think part of it was like her heels too.
That's true.
Yeah, she's always wearing heels. Yeah.
Height for me is really hard to guess from people on the internet, and it's the same. Like you see me on the internet, and I guess I just exude smallness when I'm like on the internet. So I meet my friends in real life, and they're like, "Hello."
Why are you friends with midgets?
I guess all my friends are just small.
Small people.
I like
Bye.
the kid. I like the kid.
Small
Look at me and
Get
say
looked
that.
at.
Small mediums at large.
How tall are you?
I am 5'7".
Medium.
That's not small,
I'm
But
5'11",
the average is
so
5'8", 5'9" for guys.
but we're just really tall.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
How tall are you?
I'm like reaching 6'2".
I'm 6 feet.
What guy did we run into that said he
Wes.
was Wes? Yeah. Bullshit! You are 6'4", 6'5".
No,
Okay.
he's 6'3".
There's no way in hell that's 6'3".
I think you're not 6'2". You've got to be like 6 foot or like 6.5.
I'm like 6'1".
I don't
I'm
believe
like,
that.
when my posture's
On a
good.
good day.
Yes.
When your posture's good. Okay.
But so Wes is 6'3", my dad is 6'3", to put it in some context.
Okay,
for you.
yeah, I see that.
They have the same height, yeah. Really?
Shit, that doesn't seem right. Well, okay.
Fun story about Wes. So before he moved to Austin to work for Rooster Teeth, he lived in Orlando, and I live in Orlando.
Oh my God!
Did you
So
know
what?
that?
What the fuck?
So he was like, he tweeted out, last call for photo shoots before I have to go travel places, also known as he was going to his final
How did
interview.
you find him in the first place?
Well, so he had taken photos of Barbara at SuperCon or MegaCon or
Oh,
Yeah, they
okay.
did like an impromptu shoot or something.
Yeah, he had DM'd her, and she just happened to have responded.
I thought that happened after you had done
No,
your shoots
that
and
happened
photos.
first.
Okay.
So I had been following him on Twitter for a while, but I DM'd him and I was like, hey,
What do you?
will you take my senior pictures? And he was like, sure. So we met at downtown Orlando, this place called Lake Eola, and it was him, my sister, and I.
Areola?
Yes, Lake Areola.
Jesus.
And he took my senior picture, so anytime we saw him, he was like, hey, guess what? I took this person's senior pictures, and it was like, way to age me down, Wes.
Way to let them know.
But yeah, it was just really cool, and now I get to be like, yeah, he took my picture.
Oh my God, is that Wes Anderson?
Wes
Oh my
Anderson.
gosh, is that
We
Wes
had this
Anderson?
meme running where we would say, "Oh my God, is that so and so?" And then we
But it
would
was just two. It was, oh my gosh, is that Wes Anderson to Wes Ellis?
And then-
it was, oh my God, is that Chad from Screw Attack? Every time we saw Chad from Screw Attack, and we talked to him about it at the
and he
Guardians
was like,
farewell, and
"Yeah,
he
it's
was
so
like-
weird."
He literally said, I don't understand because all my friends do that to me to fuck with me. So every time I heard it, I was like, who is this?
So I guess we're Chad's friends.
I know, we stumbled across the same meme. I don't know how, I don't know why.
Inside jokes.
But...
My name journal. Speaking of memes, when will that go up?
What?
What?
Oh,
What do
the
you meme?
the getting dicey video that we recorded yesterday.
When do those?
When he edits it.
It'll come out after the first one that we did, and then
It's just gonna take a
that one will
billion
take
years
very long to edit.
But it's 2 parts, so
Yeah, it's a 2-part one, so
Where I cuck myself.
yeah.
no spoilers. No spoilers. It'll be good.
Spoilers.
Don't worry.
Jesus.
I'll spoil one thing though. It's scary.
Ooh.
I mean, we tweeted about it.
We did. We played Betrayal at House on the Hill,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite games. So.
Yeah.
play it.
I
I
kind of
love
want
that.
to play that again.
Right?
Like, not record it, but just play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long.
It does take a
But
while.
it's really fun. We could play it tonight after we record.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we gonna record tonight?
Cards Against
Cards Against
Humanity?
Humanity.
That'll go fast.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'll
That'll
be-
probably take about the same time as.
No,
What do you
we're
mean?
playing Quelf.
I don't
But I
even
guess
want
that's what they call it.
to say Quelf on the live or on the camera because I don't even want them
You
to think about Quelf.
guys! Stop!
What did I do?
You keep burping.
You can't
It's
prove
so.
that.
It was recorded. It's so nasty.
Edit it in post.
Nasty hoe.
Never make YouTube YouTube channels with men. They're disgusting. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I will end you.
Disgusting.
Men?
I'm
Sexist?
feminism.
My point still stands.
Listen, you don't want. I've been holding in something this entire time, and you don't want that to be loose.
I have to pee.
Go pee. Go pee.
No.
It's not like I'm the host or anything.
Right, like I think it'd be weird if I left.
What? I think we should just have the most lax. We're just gonna get up and walk away.
What if everybody left and it was just Blake for like a good 5 minutes?
Just like a good chunk of it, you know? Just pad out,
It's a
pad out
performance
the video length time so we can put more mid-roll ads.
Oh, I
Can't say that it's funny, but I gotta say it's pretty funny.
We're a cult
So,
now.
a little bit of explanation. You guys know the road work ahead. I sure hope it does either.
Yeah.
You're not talking about Drew Gooden.
I am talking about Drew Gooden. He made this video called "The Worst Fortnite YouTuber," and it's all about this guy named Best Trends, who's
We're gonna piss out a lot of fans out there.
are we?
I don't know.
He has 1 million subscribers.
Anyway, his whole thing is that he likes to stretch out his videos to the 10-minute mark, so that because once you get it to the 10-minute mark, you can put in mid-roll ads if your videos are monetized, and he puts in like 5 mid-roll ads, one every like 2 minutes, just to crank out money.
And people still watch all of them because it's like clips of good Fortnite players, not actually him. It's just other
Right.
Fortnite
So
streamers.
it's genius. Take other people's content,
Monetize
make
it.
lists, and monetize it. Get money. I mean, Ray has been in some of his videos.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some of Ray's clips. I mean, like obviously not like Ray being like, "Hey, Best Trends, want to collab?"
Right.
But yeah.
Blab, bro. Remember those t-shirts?
Blab.
Blab.
What's that shirt you're wearing, Cameron?
It's an LAD Bible.
What did you
I don't know why I made that reference. But
Blab Bible.
I escaped.
What'd you escape? Maybe Reed can tell us.
From the escape room here in Austin,
So,
Texas.
well, I mean, it was your tradition. You were the one who started it.
Right, like they talked about it on like the Rooster Teeth podcast, and they were like, "There's this thing in Austin, and it's really cool. We tried it once, and it was like an hour, and it was really hectic, and we had so much fun. It's like this puzzle room. I'm sure you've heard of it, the escape game. There's a bunch of different versions of it.
I'm sure they've trended enough that majority of people know.
Right. So like a few years ago, we did it for the first time, and we won, and we were like, that was so much fun. We should do that every year, and so we have since we started doing it, and we've won every year.
Yeah, now it's a little bit of a tradition. And now there's actually, we love the
I said that last time too. So.
There's a location in Orlando that I know I'm an employee of. That's weird.
We
This
will
is
not
like
go-
show-
Well, not now. We've been an employee of.
Yes. But thanks to Simon who showed me the company. But yeah, their escape rooms are really fun.
Yeah.
Really intricate. Definitely, I mean, some of the most immersive that I've been
How
to.
often
Yeah,
do
the
they get
production
updated?
is great.
How often do they get updated? That is, they don't, like the puzzles themselves don't.
No,
get
like change them out.
Not very often. We just came out with a new game called Special Ops, which is at our flagship store in Nashville, and it's being like delivered to other stores.
Do you think it
soon.
could potentially be in Austin next year?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, Playground was new, so maybe
Playground wasn't new. It was there last time.
Oh.
Playground was new because we did it.
It was new to us, but
I didn't know.
I mean, yeah, it's
I
like
saw
last year we did
Playground
Prison Break, which is like the hardest one. So it's like whatever, we can do all of them now.
We had a good time on that one too.
we did.
On Prison Break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had like 5 minutes left.
We
Which
had
is-
a little bit more. I think we had
Doesn't
about
happen
7.
that
Yeah.
often. Yeah, it was fun. That was really fun. Do it. Escape games in general are fun. I mean, like, as much as I love this company.
Make your own at-home escape game. Kidnap some people, lock them in your basement, put out some puzzles, make some arbitrary codes. Your birthday, their son's birthday.
Tell them live or
Lock
die, make their
son-
choice.
Lock their son in a glass cage. They have to get him out before they can escape.
They're just fun. I love doing them. I do them with all my
Mm-hmm.
all my spare time. My sister and I do a new one every week.
We gotta plan a trip to Chicago so that we can go do the Mission Mars one. Because that's the one that we haven't done.
That one's really cool. So that one, instead of like physical locks and puzzles and combinations, is all on screens, all on iPads. So every puzzle is something to do with the screen. Really cool.
Okay.
Really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Is that still through like the escape game?
Same
Oh,
company.
shit.
We should do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, we should.
And we can get some deep dish at the same time.
Oh.
And we have other
And if
things
we
we
go
can do
during
in
football season,
Chicago
we can
anyway.
No, that's it. There's 2 things to do in Chicago. Play an escape game, get deep dish pizza. That's it.
Well, the best
Way more.
deep dish pizza in Chicago is coming to Omaha. Anyway.
No, it's not.
You don't think that's the best?
Giordano's is not the best. It's Illuminati's for sure.
Oh.
I've never been to Chicago.
You
New
should
York
go.
pizza is my style.
Yep.
I'm a big New York fan, but like, no. You're wrong.
Well, we'll see if Via 313 is any good.
Please stop! You're tearing me apart!
No, we're not. Silly. No one's even touching you.
Is there anything that we didn't do in Austin that we wanted to do?
Torchies! We didn't go to Torchies.
We're doing that
We
tomorrow.
Just kidding.
We didn't do In and Out like you wanted to. But
Well,
I'm
In-N-Out,
not upset by
We've
that.
done every year, and it's like in California. And when I was here in February, I had it, so it's not like it's too much of a big deal for
Yeah,
me.
I'm not too depressed about it. I mean, it's
We-
good.
I mean,
but-
Whataburger is kind of a thing. Where
Did
it's
you
like-
guys go to
Right.
one?
No.
no.
We also never went to the river again. We've never once floated on the river.
I've
We're doing-
never
we're doing
seen the bats.
Really? You ever seen the bats?
I've never seen the bats.
Because we thought, did we only see it our first year?
Yeah.
I think so.
When
because
we were with
I think
my
you guys
dad.
wanted to plan to do it, but then we were just like, eh.
Well, there was like one year that like they just didn't fly out or something. I don't remember.
That might have been it. I think we were on the bridge and it
It
was
just
your
didn't
first year we
happen.
didn't have
I
that?
believe so. Yes.
Yeah, because I remember our first year we definitely saw them.
I did go to the Capitol building this year though, which is really cool. I'm kind of a political.
So did Elsa.
Yeah.
I know, we went on separate occasions. But I'm a bit of a political and history nerd, so to get to see it was really cool. And I freaked out as we were walking up the steps, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!"
Wait, if you're not such a big nerd about it, why don't you come to the Nebraska Unicameral?
Maybe I have to now.
You gotta.
We have the tallest Capitol
We
building
have a camera.
because we're annoying, and in Lincoln, you're not. It's illegal to build or talling the tall. Wow, I had a stroke.
A builder talling.
It's illegal to build a building taller than the Capitol.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's like a skyscraper.
Huh. There's this really similar rule at
The U.S. Bank building isn't
No.
No.
really.
No.
Yeah.
There's
Really?
a really similar rule at the Magic Kingdom. So the Cinderella's castle is like super, super tall. It's too tall actually. So at some point in Florida, when your buildings are really, really tall, you have to put like a flashing light on top of it. So there's a flashing light on the very, very top of Cinderella's castle because it's so
Oh, damn.
tall.
No, yeah, it was.
I hope that's right. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe my dad was just trying to mess with me.
Well,
my dad
well,
does
the flashing lights are supposed to divert air traffic, is what I
Yeah,
was told.
but my dad does this thing when we go to Disney World where he'll tell me fake information just to see if I believe it.
He
and
could
started
tell
doing
me
that
anything and I'd
recently.
believe him.
So we went to the. Have you guys been to Disney World ever?
No.
You went to Disneyland?
I have.
Okay, so there's this ride at Epcot.
Epcot ball.
Epcot ball. I saw him do improv comedy once. He's
Really?
really cool. Yeah. Because he lives in Orlando. But so in Mexico, in Epcot, there's this ride called the Three Caballeros, which is like the Donald Duck bird ride. It's a boat ride, and my dad turns to me on the ride and he goes, "I have a fun fact for you." And I was like, "Okay." And he went, "Walt Disney actually did have dinosaurs in this ride until we went to Mexico and realized Mexico didn't have dinosaurs." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's wild!" And I went to go tell the person next to me. My dad was like, "No, I was just kidding. It was just a joke. Don't believe me." So now it's a game we play. Just try and mess with each other.
Dad's a
So-
savage.
He is. He
Is
really
the-
is.
Dadvage.
Is the false facts strictly just with Disney World?
Yeah, that's what we do to entertain ourselves at Disney. And we're in line.
Not not the rides, not the company or anything, just false facts. That's entertaining.
Yeah, it's funny because I am so gullible. It's so sad, but I don't believe him.
Did you know it's written on the ceiling? Look, please. It'll be funny.
You're so funny.
Stop.
Oh
But
my god, there it
He
is.
has a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf full of books about Disney World. So I'm like, of course he knows everything. Who am I to not believe him?
What if he's never touched a single?
He doesn't
It's all
even
part of the
know
ruse. He
anything.
just buys the album for the security.
There's actually no books written about Disney World. He like produced his own hardcover and softcover.
Yeah. How do you know these are
Made
real
up
books? What if
fake
this is
things.
just like literally just like how like stores do like show towels? Is it just one towel that's just been rolled up like this back to back?
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
actually
no.
a stack.
No. That's where you guys are keeping Walt Disney's head.
You got me,
Yeah,
Kim.
yeah. Daniel
It's
has
a fake.
Daniel
It's a
has
fake.
what
There's a
bag.
book. You pull it and it opens it up, and there he is.
This isn't Scooby Doo.
The grand jewel.
Oh, you meddling
We caught you in the act. And I would have gotten
Caught me
away
out.
with it too if it weren't for you.
Salty.
If it weren't for you salty Bretts.
Brits.
Bretts.
Ugh.
I love Brett worse.
Babylonian.
Delicious. LAD
I
Bible.
don't know.
Stop.
We have
What?
two
Why?
names.
Sponsor.
No, they're not.
Shit.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Dr. Pepper. And never forget it.
And RT Brew.
IT Brew.
RT, bro.
Hebrew.
IT Brew.
So
What's up, my Hebrews and Shebrews?
But no, yeah, so the RT Brew.
What's
the-
up, Joomers?
For those
I'm
who
gonna
weren't,
Vanna White it. Oh no, I can't hold it.
Jew gamers.
for those who weren't there, at the coup, if you went to it, you were able to get one of these lovelies. Had to be opened and consumed in there because of Austin's container laws, and so it was really interesting Thursday to start drinking a whole beer, like quarter after 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
But
Day drinking.
we were fortunate enough to get more. Thanks to they had a bunch of extras, and even Steam were like, take these.
Thanks,
Review
guys.
it. Give it a rating.
So I would say the taste is similar to, I would say it's probably Bud Light quality, but it's crisper. It's crisper, and it's got,
It really goes down easy. It's not very hoppy,
no, it's not, yeah.
which is something that I really enjoy hops, but I'm a craft beer guy.
I like my IPAs.
I drink cider.
No, but I definitely think it's just basically like tastes like
It's.
a crisper Bud Light.
I mean, yeah, it's literally your basic beer for the most part. Like if you just like, I just want something with alcohol, but it's literally just something to sip on. It's like popcorn at the movies. That's basically what this beer
It's cool because it's in a fun can.
It is in a fun can. It's got the logo, 15th anniversary.
You know, if they started selling beers, then that'd be crazy.
I just realized on the recycle thing it says "Don't waste me, please."
There you go.
It says "Don't waste me,
Hi,
Don't
95
waste me.
cents.
please."
Wasted.
But it's
I'm big
it's the
getting
Rooster
money.
Brew Summer Lager. It's 4.5% alcohol.
Be nice and work hard, gamers.
Gamers is not on.
I know, gamers.
But no, it's I mean it's a beer. I like it. I drink horse in the frat.
Does anyone else's cuticles get fucked up from that manicure?
What? Get fucked
Mine
up?
are all like frayed and bleeding.
Brandon bleeding? Oh,
I
no.
think
Did you get a manicure?
I only got a pedicure.
Did you get a
Well,
manicure?
no, yes, I did. I mean,
Are their
these
cuticles messed up?
It's like the
Yeah.
nail bed.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Some of mine are just like mine aren't bleeding, but
I think y'all are.
I
just-
do know that my nails are smooth as fuck, and they have never been that way.
So like, okay, the skin on at the base of his cuticle is like.
Should we?
Frayed.
Have you been picking at it?
I mean, not since it's.
I haven't-
It was
I
like
haven't
this,
been
it was like
picking
this.
at
Then
it.
I was like, well, shit.
It
I
might have
think-
been we were doing too many things afterwards. The skin might have been like very sensitive and soft. and
Maybe.
I don't know what y'all are doing because I mean I didn't even get a
Maybe it was just jerking off. to
mani, and
her.
I just my cuticles are not bad as worse as you guys. Like I don't have fraying like that,
I
but
don't know.
I
But
mean-
mine have been doing this.
Mine-
Maybe I just have
don't even-
cancer.
my feet though.
Hey, yours look fine.
My feet though, fantastic. Like my feet are super soft. All the calluses and dead skin on my feet gone.
Was that ticklish to anybody else?
Yes,
No.
The
always.
shit.
Oh my god.
When
yes.
yeah, okay. When people at nail salons take the hard spun and they like rub the bottom of your feet, I always am like.
I know he's like, "Are
Well-
you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Are you
very
just ticklish in
ticklish."
general, or?
This is my first time.
I'm
in
not.
this.
I'm not ticklish.
Be gentle.
gentle.
I won't subject the viewers to that content.
But yeah, so they all got they got mani pedis. You got a pedicure for the first time.
We should.
Oh, not my first time.
We should. We should have probably.
I love pedicures.
Really?
I got my first one back in high school when my mom was getting her hair done. Colin actually gave me my first pedicure.
Brig?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the nail salon my mom goes to every now and then. I'll go join her.
But it was your first time, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Like a virgin, you know? Touch for the very first
No,
time.
now I will say one of the steps in the process of my
Way there? I think that's
No, maybe not.
What is a home slice?
But no,
Yeah,
one of the steps
definitely
they did for my
Madonna
pedicure
slice.
was new for the first time. It was the paraffin wax. It was
We never had Hop Dottie, or Rudy's Barbecue, or Franklin Barbecue.
He's on his own conversation.
Yeah. He's still thinking about when you said hoppy.
Wax?
Yeah, so basically it was like these bags of like this like purple like
that purple
gel
shit.
thing.
Yeah.
That basically it
was hot.
It was super hot in a bag, and at first they would like pat it against your feet and so to warm it up. And then after it like cooled down from like releasing excess heat, they would open the bag and you just stuck your foot in it and they would wrap your foot. And then
yeah, I think that was the stuff that like basically smoothed the foot and removed most of the calluses.
That was a level up from the pedicure that I got.
I got the cheapest
The
shit.
cheapest shit, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, the classic one was the one that had paraffin wax. Cause like I was thinking that with the pedicure, I'm used to getting hot rocks. Hot rocks are my shit, and I love hot rocks. Cause they get put on the bottom, they get put on the top, and it's just like.
Should have done that shit after the fucking run though, because
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice.
yeah.
Because they went on a run the first morning of the convention. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, my legs hurt
It was a good idea.
ever since that.
Oh,
They
my
still
legs-
hurt.
My legs are fine. I mean, I can deal with that, but like the fact that my feet, I think I like tore something, or I don't even know.
I
Like,
thought you tore it. I thought you just probably extended it further than it's used to. Really stretch something out.
Probably hyperextended, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it fucking hurt to stand on first day of the convention, like for the rest of the day. And I was just like, shit, dude. And then the next day was a little bit better. I could stand, but I had to sit. Like every time I could sit, I made sure I did. And the third day was, really easy. I mean, it still had a little bit of pain when I was walking here and there and just being on my feet. But
Yeah, it was for me. I used to do distance running, so I'm not like too. Doesn't really affect. I'm used to like how it affects my legs, but like during the day, it would go up here, and then the pain of soreness would just slowly creep up, and then by the end of that day, my like upper shin, lower knee was like kind of sore, and then the next day, for majority of the day, it was like my moving up my thigh.
your hammies.
Yeah, and then I was fine.
I mean, they went for a run. I slept, and it was the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life.
I wish I had done that.
Hey, no,
Regrets.
you enjoyed running.
Oh,
Hey, we got
no, I
Tyler.
don't.
He knows this is them Nebraska boys now.
Yeah,
Nebraska boy.
the Nebraska boys now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Because we get our
Josh,
haircut
those are really cool.
when we're here for RTX by the same barber that cuts Tyler Coe's hair. Matthew at Bird's Barbershop on
Bird's
6th.
Barbershop.
Fantastic place.
Great haircuts.
Great haircuts.
Free beer.
Great barber. They're partnered with Bird's Barbershop is partnered with like local breweries, and so they get beer that you can have if you're of age. Of course, while you're waiting. Occasionally, you have food. I remember last year we had chips. I don't think we had chips this year,
Oh yeah.
but they did have a big bowl of Dum Dums.
That's true.
You're dum.
Oh, he got you.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Speaking of grabbing low-hanging fruit.
What about that?
No, nothing. I just wanted to bring that back just to throw it in Cam's face because he was yelling at
Well,
me.
speaking of grabbing low-hanging fruit, thanks for watching the podcast. We're at our time.
Oh, really?
We
That
are.
went by
That
so
went
fast.
really
I know.
fast. Oh my
I'm
Lord.
so happy.
Stupid.
I'm happy you guys
I don't
had
like
such
that.
a great time on
I
the
don't
show
like
this
that.
week.
Redo that outro.
Fuck you.
What a great outro,
What a
Simon.
great outro.
Well, guys, what's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers? See you
Make
next
sure
time.
to smash that like button and don't. If you like the video, make sure.
Well, it's been fun hanging out with you guys
It
in
has been
person
bowling.
instead of
Yeah.
on the internet.
You leave tomorrow and we leave tomorrow, so we have to go another
separate
stunt of
ways.
time without seeing each other.
I mean, unless we pull the trigger and real quick go to RTX London?
London, I don't know.
In 6 weeks?
I don't know if I can take work off for that.
I know, right?
Like maybe I can get the money together, but I don't know if I can take work off.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
my
That
biggest
probably-
biggest thing is getting a passport in time.
Yeah, I
And
lost my passport last time I went traveling.
And so like,
Me too.
You know.
and I mean, of course I said I can get one in time. It's gonna cost me
Yeah, it
like,
costs a lot of money.
I don't
You can
have.
like priority like ship it and shit.
Yeah,
But
so
thanks guys for a fun week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
What's up, gamers?
We had fun at RTX this week.
We did.
And if you were there, I hope you had fun. And
And
if
thanks
you
for
weren't,
meeting us. And
Yeah.
talking
and
to
yeah,
us.
if you met us and talked to us, thank you. We love hearing from people that like us because we're vain.
but no, we generally
Validation.
really hope you enjoy what we're doing. We're gonna be doing things more consistently.
And we know we enjoy what you guys are doing.
So yeah, that is it.
That's it. Bye, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Bye.